Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to week 3 of our course. We're almost halfway through our 6-week course. These tend to go by rather quickly. Week 3, as most of you know, is a heavy lift week with several assignments due. Out of this, one of them is an oral presentation, which I'll go over in a little bit more detail what my expectations are here in a minute. But first of all, I want to thank everybody for their hard work in their assignments. I've noticed that several of you, the majority of you in fact, have completed these assignments with more work input than is required. What I mean by that is you're meeting the objectives, but you're going above and beyond. And that says to me that I think a lot of you are finding the topics interesting, so you're exploring it more and you're providing more of a feedback. And that's great because you meet the objectives, but it's also good that you can learn something of interest to you personally, which is a good thing as well. Secondly, the discussion board interaction in both the questions, responding back to my questions, my comments, have been very, very good. I like to see that. One thing that you're doing that a lot of my other classes do not attempt to this level is you're challenging each other. You're actually becoming more of a more inquisitive, asking one-on-one questions with your classmates. That's perfect. That's what we want. We want that dialogue throughout the week because this discussion board basically takes the place of having an online class meeting every week. And I think this is more beneficial because we can talk to each other in a chat room in so many different avenues. We can record video if we want. We can leave written communication that we can access anytime. So you can respond anytime and provide input. I think that's one of the benefits of online courses. So please keep up the good work. All right, let's go over a couple of the assignments. In fact, let's go over all the assignments that are due this week for week 3. First of all, the discussion board questions. Everybody's aware of these by now. They are due Saturday by midnight. You're also going to, by Saturday, complete create your own act or policy, part 1. This is something that we discussed earlier, but please read the instructions because there are some inclusions that need to be addressed in this document. So 50 points. Again, please cite references. Try to get in the habit of doing that for every written assignment that you turn in. And even if the rubric doesn't explicitly ask for it, please start getting in the habit of doing that. I know this is a 300 level class. Most of you have been online. You've been going to Baker for a while. So this is old hat. But the only reason I mention it because I tend to be not a hardcore grader of APA format. But if you advance or you take any type of other master's courses, you have to have that. That's a given. And if it's not correct and it's not cited, you will not, in the majority of the cases, get any credit for the work. So in addition to that, it validates and supports what your research is. It just reaffirms almost like a yes, this is the way it is, and also other people agree with it as well. So I know most of you know this, but I just wanted to touch on that real quick. So 50 points for that assignment. We're also going to work on investigating a cybercrime, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is due Monday. It's worth 75 points. So again, please read the instructions there. And again, cite your references. One assignment that you're going to do Wednesday, and it's also broken out in a couple sections in the seminar, is identify parts. I like to think this is kind of a fun assignment. And what I mean by that is you're going to write a paper, and you're going to discuss the parts and functions of a computer and other technological devices that's helpful to cybercrime and investigations. That paper, it's worth 32 points. look at it as a summary. 1 to 2 pages, cite your references. It can address any type of hardware, tablets that you feel meet this question. The quizzes, you're going to have 2 of them. They are self-timed, and they're worth pretty minimal points. 7 points and 11 points. You can take them at the same time, but they're only a 1 occurrence. Once you start it, you have to complete it. You can't retake it. But with that said, open book, Google. If you're reading the background and and I know you're reading the material in the text, you're good. Most of you are better experts than us older people that are still relying on, thinking back to the days when we used a cassette tape to store data that we put on a thumb drive today. So old Commodore 64s and Apple computers, yeah, it sucks to get old. Anyway, that should be a pretty easy assignment. One thing that you're also going to complete, like I said, is the investigation of a cybercrime part 2. This is going to be your oral presentation. Your oral presentation should be video as well, just like how I'm delivering this to you. A couple of things that I'd like to point out. First of all, don't be too concerned about this type of presentation. Some people in the past have had problems with the IT, like I did this evening. There are several ways to record video and then upload it to the Baker website. I would suggest that you use either probably Mozilla Firefox or Chrome. Internet Explorer seems to have problems with the interface that we're using. So I'm using just a Microsoft webcam, and I'm uploading it instead of trying to go through YouTube, which is pretty easy. But YouTube kind of has intermittent gaps in it, so it'll shut down halfway through recording video, and then you have a gap. You have to record it again. I think that is something with the Google interface with the Blackboard, because I'm running files at my house. I've got 300 over 100, so I shouldn't have any problem with bandwidth. But just if you're having any problems with this, call the IT help desk. They have an 800 number and a local number. If you need that information, I apologize, I don't have it, but you can Google Baker IT help desk. The number comes up. They're available. If anybody still has problems with this video, then we can discuss options. But the primary reason of this assignment is a video and audio, so that has to be attempted. We have to try to get that completed. So you can use the software that is recommended in the seminar. I don't think anybody's going to have any problem with this. But as for the scope, 5 to 10 minutes, and you want to make sure that you meet the questions here. Here's the best way to approach it. Your audience is me, but think of me as being a chief of police, somebody that is on a board like like a town council, any type of training group. You want to give an executive brief. You want something that's going to be quick, concise, and just very, very clear. So your basic talking points, your basic presentation should be real brief. So don't worry about having to talk for about 10 minutes. If you can do it in 3 minutes, great. Give it to me that way. I want people to try to get in the habit of doing that. Anybody that's been in the military before or has presented to senior executives or chiefs of police, they don't care. They are going to lose their train of thought after 30 seconds. They want to know why I need to worry about it, what are the repercussions, and what I can do to fix it. That's basically the 3 things at the end of the day. So, and they're not going to remember it. So if you can give them something brief that you have, that achieves the goal. The last thing that you're going to do is an article review. That's worth 40 points. And that should be pretty easy. I'm just double checking see if there's anything else on that. There's also a Create Your Own Act Policy 2 that's going to be done in Seminar 5. So I think that is essentially it. So anybody has any questions, feel free to contact me anytime. And just pay attention to the schedules, and we'll get through this week, and I think it'll be interesting and informative. Everybody have a good evening. Thank you very much.